Hi everyone, this is Nikita. Welcome back to my channel, and today's book review is going to be about this particular book, 3000 Stitches by Sudha Murthy. Sudha Murthy is the chairperson of Infosys Foundation, and she has narrated her life experiences in this book. It's a very light read, so we'll talk about this book today in this particular video. So this book is a non-fiction book, and it has a tagline, Ordinary People, Extraordinary Lives, which is completely apt for this particular book because it narrates 11 stories of different 11 people, which has a humanly experience once you read them. These 11 stories of people are somehow connected to author's life in a way or another. It's a very light read, yet a very intriguing one, and once you read the book, you will find that these are very simple stories, yet how deeply they are connected with humanity. The perspective, nature, and outlook towards life is well narrated by the author. Narration is so apt that you will find yourself flowing with the story. The lucidity in the language of this book is commendable, and the author has put forth each incident with sheer honesty. There are stories covered on the issues of alcoholism, Devdasi tradition, conservatism, exploitation, and whatnot. You will find a complete mix of all the important issues that needs to be covered by a person like Sudha Murthy. For example, in the starting of this book, you will find a very good narration about the Devdasi tradition and how Sudha Murthy and Infosys Foundation has abolished this tradition, at least in Karnataka, how she has transitioned those 3000 women, Devdasis women, into independent women who can now live a life of dignity and honor in the society. And at the end, you will also see a very sweet gesture by those Devdasi women, that how they reciprocated those efforts of the Infosys Foundation and the author itself. They presented a quilt which was stitched by all of them, and it has 3000 stitches on them, and Sudha Murthy says that this gift is very special to her and very close to her heart, as all of those women has presented it very warmly and sweetly to her. Moreover, you will also find these stories by Sudha Murthy reminiscing her youth times, actually, how she was so much determined to pursue engineering as a subject, and in those times the engineering subject was basically preferred by the boys, and this was something very odd that a girl is pursuing engineering. With courage and all the effort, she actually convinced her parents, and once she got into the college, she faced a lot of obstacles, eve teasing by the boys, but still she gained highest marks in the college, and that's how she got the reputation back. And then the boys also started respecting her, but it was undigestible in a patriarchal society to see that a woman is coming in the college to study engineering, and she actually break those stereotypes also as a woman. One of the story I literally liked from this book was that of Dr. R.H. Kulkarni, that is Sudha Murthy's father, how he was a medical doctor and actually got into a village for the delivery of a woman. He was actually a physician, not a gynecologist, but still with the guns on his shoulders, he was asked to do the delivery of one of the women, and that woman gave birth to a baby girl, but then that girl was also not having a very good future in that kind of a conservative family. So as a doctor, he helped that woman to run away from there and gave him 100 rupees. He actually had 75 rupees as his salary of month at that time, and at that time 100 rupees was a big amount of money. And once that woman ran away from there, in Pune, he gave her address that you go at this place. This is a nursing hospital, and you train as a nurse and get yourself employed. And with the help of Dr. R.H. Kulkarni, this woman got trained as nurse and actually brought up her girl together. And also later on, the girl met Dr. R.H. Kulkarni after about 20 years ago, and when she meets, she has already heard the stories from her mother that Dr. R.H. Kulkarni has helped her in those hard times, and that is why you are a nurse, something like that. So that girl who has now turned into a doctor, a gynecologist by chance, so she tells the Dr. R.H. Kulkarni that if he can come to his home for once, someone is waiting for her to meet from very long. Dr. R.H. Kulkarni actually forgets that incident that has been very long back. He meets the mother of that girl who has now become 50 years old, and actually bows down into his feet, thanking him for that day that he has helped in. And now the child of that lady, the girl who has now become a gynecologist, is also doing well off and is now married to one of the doctor who is actually working in that nursing home. And once he sees that, and he reminisces that, oh my god, that was that incident, and he actually feels really grateful for what he did that day. Meanwhile, the girl also thanks him, saying that the name of the nursing home has also been kept on Dr. R.H. Kulkarni's name. The name was R.H. Diagnostic. Looking at this, the Dr. Kulkarni feels very much emotional. He has a teary eyes at those moments, and then he feels like the world is so small and how deeply connected humans are once you do something for them with all your heart. Overall, the book is very good. You will find very interesting stories capturing the entire essence of humanity and how you as a human can actually help some of them. Basically, from the social work point of view, if you want to make a difference in the society for the people, you should actually read this book. I assure you that you will find a lot of interesting things in this book about humanity.